Hey everybody, it's Jill, Floozie Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. I have a small video for you today. Well, I've got a couple, but this one will be fairly short. I wanted to show you those blankets from Mom and Dad's house. Welcome back. So first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, who subscribes, and I especially want to say thank you to my members. So I said in my live the other day while I was in Colorado, I am back at home, obviously in the she shed, that I would have a little tour of the blankets and things that my mom made. So my mom also was both a knitter and a crocheter, and she knit both knit blankets, and also crocheted some blankets for lots of couches and chairs. And Mom and Dad's house is a 3-story house. Now, Mom passed away in 2016. And the house is very much the same as it was when she was alive. There's been a few changes, but the blankets and things are still there. So before I show you that, I wanted to show you a blanket that I have talked about on my channel before. Now, my mom made this blanket for me, and I am on a quest again. Ever so often I get on a quest where I want to make this blanket, where I want to learn how to do this. And it is, I believe it is a corner to corner. Trying to find ends so I can hold it up properly. And it looks to me like she has done squares and then put the squares together. I'm gonna hold it up in front of me. It's quite large. It probably would fit on a queen size bed. I actually have not measured it. I can't tell you that. But if you can see, there's these squares, see? And I think that these were done in squares and then put together. So I don't know. I'm thinking she made so many with the color combinations. So maybe, you know, because they're not all the same color combination. Maybe they are. But if she did do that, then I'm going to count these squares while you guys go and look at these clips that I put together for you at Mom and Dad's house. And when we come back, I'll tell you how many squares there were. Okay, so this is the first one I want to show you. This usually is on this bed, and of course this is in my room here, and I am using this bed, so this is not on it right now. And I want to show you a picture too of what it's supposed to look like when it's on the bed. So that's how it usually looks. But here is this. Now, if you guys know what this is, it is called a yo-yo quilt. And each one is made individually. And Mom and Dad made this together. They did the yo-yos together and sewed them together. And it's just beautiful. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up here. Okay, so that's the first one. Now the next one is on this couch, which is in the living room upstairs. And it is a knit blanket done in a cable. And it's in like this off-white color. Beautiful fringe. As I said, my mother could both knit and crochet. And this is a pretty good size one too. And that's the next one. Now there are two blankets on this couch, and this is the couch where Dad takes some naps. This is downstairs, and I believe this blanket is the one he usually uses on his chair, or was intended so. And I'm pretty sure this one it's either an Afghan stitch or maybe a Tunisian, but it's definitely crocheted. So I think it's a mix of Tunisian and regular crochet. And it's really good size. And then this one is a mix of knitted stitches, and it is mitered, meaning it is done and then you pick up and you do the next part, and you pick up and you do the next part. And this one is quite large. This one is probably big enough to go on a queen size bed. And working with the lighting here, guys, so we do have a little bit of shadows. So you can see. There you go. And this one actually has fringe. This one sits on this wingback chair here, and I love the color and size and everything. And I feel like this was done in like a bulky yarn, and it is knit. So it's done in like a ribbing, and then you knit a garter here, and then you start your rib, and then you finish with a garter on the other side, so that this edging is done at the same time as the blanket. And then it has the tassel type fringe on it. And like I say, I think this is like a number, like maybe an I love this yarn in a 5. I know that's probably not what it was. I don't know where she may have gotten this yarn, because this has been here for several years. But this is a beautiful one too. Now this one is special because that chair is where Mama used to sit, and this is the blanket that she used when she sat down here. And this one is also done in a thermal or Afghan type stitch. And you can tell by the pilling that it is very well loved. And when I first came up here after Mama died, this comforted me by, I would sit here and then I would hold this next to me and I could smell Mom with the blanket. And so I use this every time I come to visit. Okay, so there are 4 of the squares going across this way, and then there are 6 rows of them long ways, which means there are 24 of these squares. So if you guessed 24, you did good. I hope you enjoyed this. Whenever I am at Mom and Dad's, I really marvel at the things that my mom made. And then I also get to see the things I made. And most of the things I made that Mom and Dad have on display, there's an ashtray I made for my dad that I made out of the clay that we did in school, and that's in his office. And there is I'll try to take a picture of it sometime when I'm up there, but there is a apron that I made for Mom, and it has a cross-stitch pattern on the chest of it, and she has that hanging in the kitchen. There's a couple other cross-stitch things that I did for my mom, and then I could not bring myself to bring them home or decide what I'm going to do with them. More than likely, they're going to wind up going to charity. But I made Mom some, they're called Dickies. So they have a little, and they're not a cowl, they are a cowl neck type, which that's not even right. Maybe turtleneck is a better. They're more of a turtleneck, and then they have these square pieces that hang down, and then you can put a shirt over them, and it helps to keep your chest and your back here, helps to keep them warm under your shirts, so you don't have to wear too many layers to where you get too hot underneath your jacket, but you keep that stuff warm. And Mother would get cold, and she did not like the way her chest looked. Now, if you are interested in learning how to make one of those, the next time I bring them back, then I will put it on my list for us to make them. They are knit. I don't know about a crochet version out there. If there is, you guys can let me know. Okay, you guys, that is the tour of the blankets from Mom and Dad's house, the blankets that my mom made. I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I have a video, for when I'm live, and leave me a comment. Have fun today. Bye, everybody.